when you gonna take that full leap?
The full leap?
Yeah, getting in these laws, man.
I'm in them.
You in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't got my fringes on.
Okay.
You know, I need to put my fringes on.
You know I love you.
How y'all feel about tassels?
Us specifically, we don't wear tassels. I'll show you why real quick. The reason why we don't wear tassels, give me numbers 15. I'm gonna show you.
Hold up. He said he doesn't wear tassels, he wears fringes. But when you look up the word fringes, that's not in the Hebrew. The Hebrew word there is zitzi, right? Fringe right here is translated from the Hebrew zitzit. And then it says a fringe or a lock, right? Tassel, lock. Floral wing projection, i.e. a forelock or a hair, tassel, fringe, lock. So you take those tassels and you wind them together like a braid, and it becomes a fringe, and you put it on the outside of your garments. That's what the word fringe means, the outside, outskirts. That's why when you read the scripture, what does it say? It says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. So it don't say how to put them on. It don't say you have to sew them on. It just says make them fringes in the borders on the outside. That's the border. Like if you have a border for your house, you got a property line. Anything outside of that is the border. Anything inside of that line is your property. So the border lets you know whose property is who. It's on the outside. It should be a clear line so you can see it. That they wear fringes throughout their generations, that they put upon them the fringe on the borders and the ribbon of blue. Okay? And what is it for? And it shall be unto you a fringe, that ye may, tassel, zit, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it. So the whole purpose of putting this tassel on the outside, as contrast to the inside, that you can look upon it. If it's inside your clothes, you can't look upon it. And when you look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring. So that's the purpose of, here's the tassel, fringe, and there's the purpose of the tassel, fringe. So you can look upon it and remember the laws of the Most High. It don't say you got to put it on your t-shirt. Don't say you can't put it on your pants. There's no specific place that you have to put these fringes, as long as it's on the border, the outside, where you can see them.
Give me number 15. I'm gonna show you.
What's the deal, bro? What's happening, sir?
Reason why we don't wear tassels, but we don't preach against brothers that do. We just don't wear tassels because it says the border of that garment, and we understand that it has to encompass the whole full circumference of your garment.
Even when they say the 4 quarters, right?
Yes, the 4 corners.
That means like
because you don't have corners on your shirt.
Right, exactly.
So when it says the 4 corners, it's just talking about the whole circumference of the shirt.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example like this. You know, we used to wear a garment called the tunic. You know what a tunic is, right? You know those long.
Yeah, I had to stop right there because he said, the 4 corners means like the whole circumference of the shirt. He pointed to a shirt. So in one of the videos, he went to Isaiah 11 and 12, where it says, and it shall set up an ensign, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the 4 corners of the earth. So he said that's the whole circumference of the earth. He pointed to his t-shirt. Let's see if that's the whole circumference when you go 1 verse up. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. So the 4 corners is not even the whole circumference of the earth. That's not what he's talking about here. Because the only thing you see here is the continent of Africa, and you see the continent of Asia. There's no European regions that's named here, and it's definitely not talking about our Swiss or the Americas. So the 4 corners can't possibly mean the entire circumference of the earth or the world. All right, so the 4 corners just means the 4 regions. All right, I got a book here. It's called what? The 4th part of the world, because there was a time where there were only 3 parts. There was a part for Ham, which we call Africa today, a part for Shem, which we call Asia today, and a part for Japheth, the three sons of Noah, which we call Europe today. And the fourth part was a new world, which the Bible calls Osiris, or another land, Aratazah. All right, that's what Columbus came over here to see. And in his book, you read the back of it says, the earth is divided into three parts, one of which is called Asia, the second Europe, the third Africa. Apart from these three parts of the world, there exists a fourth part, beyond the ocean, which is unknown to us. Isidore of Seville, etymologies from the 600s, 600 AD. So even then, they knew that there were four parts of the world. Our people knew that before the Edomites did. That's why they thought the world was flat. But we knew from Solomon and the ships of Tarshish that there was another land here. There was a fourth part of the world. That's what Columbus came to explore and found who? The 10 tribes, who also wear tassels on their garments. All right?
Long garment. It's like a long robe. Okay. You ever seen like the Israelites wear? Somebody pull up a long robe if they can. Anybody got an image for the brother? It's like you ever seen like an image of a long robe that brothers wear?
Yeah.
The long robes?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you put tassels on a robe like that?
Right.
You can't. Tassels wouldn't even fit there. Let me ask you a question. How do women put tassels on the bottom of their dresses?
All right, I'm going to stop right here. He said, how would you put tassels, which is the fringes, on a long garment or a tunic, long robe like that? All you got to do is look at the 10 tribes. Look at this sister got tassels. They're not on her T-shirt. They didn't have T-shirts back then. But you see the 10 tribes on her sleeve, right? The border on the outside or the edge. That's the edge of her sleeve. On her dress. He said, how would a woman put tassels on her dress? Look how she's putting them on her dress. Zoom in. They're on there. They're not sewn in. She got some hooks. She tied them on there. It's not even sewn. How would the brothers do it? Let's look at the Native Americans. Remember, they got the Lost Lunar stone here in Mexico. Our brothers from Mexico, they knew how to dress. Here, this brother got it on his jacket. Another sister here, at the bottom of her shirt, on the outside, on the border, outside, not sewn in. So, yeah, what's the problem? Where's the scripture say how they got to be put in? There's no scripture that says thou must sew them with a seamstress. Thou must take them to the let me check this out. More brothers. This is like Israelite doctrines that come out. And you see tassels along the side, like the UPK wear them, ISUPK wear them along the side of their pants. This sister got them on her dress. All right? So a lot of doctrines are out here being taught that you have to wear your tassels. Well, you can't even call them tassels, even though the Bible calls them tassels. And when you go into the blue letter, they're called tassels. You can't wear your tassels or fringes anywhere other than a T-shirt or a tunic. But here you see the tassels all over the sister's dress, all over the brother's garment. Don't have to be on a T-shirt. Be anywhere on the outside. Could be along your sleeve, along your dress. Doesn't have to be sewn. You do not have to take them to a tailor or the cleaners or the dry cleaners. All right, tassels all over your body. What's the purpose of it? So you could look down at them and remember the laws of the Most High. So that's what I'm talking about when you talk about man-made doctrines. They're telling you how to wear your fringes when the scriptures don't even tell you how to wear your fringes. The only specific details they give you on how to wear them is what? Wear them on the outside, on the border of your garments that you can see them when you look down. All right? So we're going to go to the book of Romans chapter 4, verse 15. And I'm going to end it on that note right here. And it says, because the law worketh wrath. So people get these laws and they try to judge other brothers. But it says, for where no law is, there is no transgression. So you got to find me a law that tells me you can't wear tassels on your pants using a hook, or you can't hook them onto your belt line. The point is to wear them on the outer part of your garments, on the border. Your pants also have a border. The bottom of your pants is one side of the border. The top of your pants is another side of the border. You could put them on your pants. You could put them along your sleeve, put them on your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your back. You should wear fringes all over, just like the Native Americans did, just like the 10 tribes did. There shouldn't be no doctrines out here trying to bring wrath upon people for laws that are man-made. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.